The Network Journal is proud to present the 16th annual 40 Under 40 Achievement Awards program, honoring 40 dynamic men and women who are reaching for higher goals and shaping the future of business through their commitment to professional excellence in their community. The Network Journal would like to take this opportunity to thank the members of the business community who nominated all of this year's honorees and the sponsors of this year's program: Africa Strictly Business, WBLS WLIB Radio, and State Farm. And now, we give you the year 2013 40 Under 40 Achievement Award recipients. Pamela O. Balu. Pamela O. Balu is Global Head of Design and Construction at MetLife Incorporated in New York City. Balu is one of about 300 African American women among the 100,000 plus licensed architects across the United States. In her role at MetLife, she oversees all design and construction activities involving the firm's properties. Balu graduated from high school at 16 and had acquired her architectural license by the time she was 25. She holds a bachelor's degree in architecture from Iowa State University and is fluent in numerous languages. Pamela O. Balu. Brian D. Agnew. Brian D. Agnew is Senior Vice President of Development at the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital and Executive Director of the Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital Foundation in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Before this, Agnew was the Assistant Dean of Advancement and External Relations at Rutgers University in New Jersey. He holds a bachelor's degree from Utica College with a dual major in Public Relations and Journalism and a minor in Government Studies. He obtained an MBA from Syracuse University, graduating in the top 10% of his class with a concentration in Organization and Management. Agnew is now pursuing a doctorate in Organizational Leadership and Communications at Rutgers. Brian D. Agnew. Wailori C. Anderson. Wailori C. Anderson is Vice President of Marketing at First Choice Sales and Marketing Group in New York City. Anderson works across multiple social media networks and shares business insight, product knowledge, industry information, and professional tips gleaned from more than 15 years of sales and marketing experience. Anderson is a graduate of Norfolk State University and DePaul University. She performs community service work through her church and local chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Wailori C. Anderson. Duane S. Baldwin. Duane S. Baldwin is Senior Manager for the Energy Solutions Division at Lockheed Martin's Information Systems and Global Solutions in New York City. Baldwin credits his success to lessons learned during an internship at Goldman Sachs while attending the University of Maryland, College Park, where he earned a bachelor's degree in government and politics with a minor in economics. Baldwin serves as an elder at the Hanson Place Seventh-day Adventist Church in Brooklyn, New York, and as president of the Hanson Place Development Corp. Duane S. Baldwin. Suzette Carlotta Bathor. Suzette Carlotta Bathor is Director of New York Manhattan Minority Business Development Agency Business Center and the National Community Reinvestment Coalition in New York City. Bathor works with minority business owners earning $1 million or more in annual revenues. One client she worked with grew from $50 million to $70 million and was able to hire 250 employees to help build out their project. She graduated from Binghamton University with a bachelor's degree in psychology, from Pace University's Lubin School of Business with a master's in business administration, and from Dartmouth College's Tuck School of Business Executive Education Certificate Program. Suzette Carlotta Bathor. Heather M. Butts, J.D. Heather M. Butts, J.D. is an adjunct professor and student advisor at St. John's University School of Law and Columbia University School of Public Health in New York City. In 2009, Butts established Health, Education, Academics, Life Skills Training Health for Youths Incorporated. Her organization partners with 15 programs each year to help more than 1,000 students achieve their dream of going to college. Butts received a bachelor's degree from Princeton University, a law degree from St. John's University School of Law, and a master's in public health from Harvard University. Heather M. Butts, J.D. Kevin Chadwick. Kevin Chadwick is Managing Director at Northwestern Mutual in Austin, Texas. Chadwick began his career there in the dual roles of Financial Representative and College Unit Director. He was appointed to his current role in January 2011, with responsibility for the growth, sales, and operations of the 5-county metropolitan areas around Austin. Chadwick has received numerous honors in his tenure at the company, including a Growth Award in his first year as Managing Director. He is a graduate of Texas A&M University with a bachelor's degree in economics and a member of the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors and the $1 Million Roundtable, the premier association of financial professionals. Kevin Chadwick. Ellen Blair Chube, J.D. Ellen Blair Chube is Vice President and Chief of Staff to the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer at Ariel Investments LLC in Chicago, Illinois. Chube received a Juris Doctor from Georgetown University. She worked in the U.S. House of Representatives as a senior advisor to Representative Harold Ford and subsequently in the U.S. Senate as the staff director for the Subcommittee on Security, International Trade, and Finance. 9 years later, she earned a bachelor's degree in political science at Northwestern University and began to work with two of her longtime idols, John W. Rogers Jr. and Mellody Hobson, Chairman, CEO, and President, respectively, of Ariel Investments LLC. Within a year of arriving in Chicago, Chube was named one of 100 women to watch by Today's Chicago Woman. Ellen Blair Chube, J.D. S. Janine Conley, Esquire. S. Janine Conley, Esquire, is a partner at Baker Hostetler in New York City. The firm's hiring partner since 2010, Conley helps to make the dreams of legal aspirants come true. As a member of the employment group, she practices employment law and conducts internal investigations. Conley graduated from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill in 1998 with a bachelor's degree in business administration and obtained a Juris Doctor from Georgetown University Law Center in 2002. Conley is a board member of the New York Urban League and an executive board member of the Network of Bar Leaders. She chairs the Committee on Minorities in the Profession of the New York City Bar. S. Janine Conley, Esquire. Duane W Davis. Duane W Davis is Vice President of Real Estate Transactions with New York City Economic Development Corporation. Since assuming the position in 2011, he has negotiated, structured, and executed real estate and infrastructure initiatives that will create more than 4,000 jobs and contribute up to $1 billion in proceeds to the city. Among other achievements, he repositioned a broad portfolio of Harlem sites, including the future home of a civil rights museum. Born near Seattle, Washington, and raised in Oregon, Davis earned a bachelor's degree in political economy from Georgetown University, a master's in economics and sociology from Oxford University, England, and a master's in business administration from Harvard Business School. Sawan W Davis. Kenneth W Edwards, Esquire. Kenneth W Edwards, Esquire is Vice President at the Federal Affairs Center for Responsible Lending in Washington, D.C. Edwards began his career as a law clerk for a Dallas, Texas federal judge. He later joined the law firm Fulbright & Jaworski and participated in the company's Lawyer on Loan volunteer program. During that time, he was awarded an American Marshall Memorial Fellowship. Edwards earned a bachelor's degree in government with a minor in Spanish from the University of Texas. He was the first member of his family to earn a college degree. He went on to obtain a law degree from the University of California at Berkeley, taking law classes entirely in Spanish during a semester in Barcelona, Spain. He also earned a master's in public policy from Princeton University. Kenneth W. Edwards, Esquire. Nicol George Middleton, Esquire. Nicol George Middleton, Esquire, is Vice President for ASCAP Rhythm and Soul Urban Membership in New York City. A lawyer by trade and a music lover at heart, George Middleton is combining her experience and enthusiasm to make the best of both worlds. George Middleton oversees and manages her department's daily operations, applying her knowledge of intellectual property law and the rights of music creators to serve and support those who come under her domain of rhythm and soul. George Middleton earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Pennsylvania and decided to pursue a career in the music business while earning her law degree from Brooklyn Law School. She joined ASCAP in 2008 and was named one of Billboard magazine's top 40 women in music in 2011. Nicol George Middleton, Esquire. Saida Grayson, Esquire. Saida Grayson, Esquire, is Director of Employment Legal Services at Cisco Systems Incorporated in San Jose, California. The San Francisco Bay Area native is one of 3 employment lawyers providing advice and counsel in managing employment litigation for the company's 70,000 global workforce. Grayson attended Stanford University and graduated with a bachelor's degree in public policy. She obtained a Juris Doctor degree from Georgetown University Law Center in Washington, D.C. Saida Grayson, Esquire. Wade A. Hinton, Esquire. Wade A. Hinton, Esquire, is Deputy General Counsel for Volkswagen Group of America, Chattanooga Operations LLC in Chattanooga, Tennessee. At Volkswagen, Hinton helps both to manage legal affairs and provide project management for the company's manufacturing facility. Hinton holds a bachelor's degree in philosophy from Emory University and a Juris Doctor from the University of Memphis School of Law, and studied at Central European University in Budapest, Hungary. He just completed his first half marathon. A former All-State double bassist, Hinton notes that he has a great appreciation for music. Wade A. Hinton, Esquire. Leslie C. Horton, Esquire. Leslie C. Horton, Esquire, is Assistant General Counsel with L&M Development Partners Incorporated in New York City. Appointed to the New York City Lobbying Commission 2 years ago, Horton evaluates the city's lobbying laws and makes administrative and legislative recommendations to Mayor Bloomberg and the City Council. She is Secretary of the New York City Bar's Real Property Law Committee and sits on the board of housing nonprofit Weston United Community Renewal. Horton received her bachelor's in communications magna cum laude from the University of Pennsylvania and her Juris Doctor from New York University. In 2011, the Apex Society named her one of its 30 under 30 for her community involvement. Leslie C. Horton, Esquire. Robert Jefferson. Robert Jefferson is Director of Finance at Brick by Brick Partners in Brooklyn, New York. In his role, Jefferson oversees all forecasting, reporting, and strategic planning activities for the organization's U.S., Uganda, and construction divisions. Earlier, he nurtured his career at Fortune 100 companies, including American Express, Procter & Gamble, ABC Incorporated, and Ernst & Young LLP. Jefferson received an MBA in finance from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. He is devoted to uplifting communities and youth and has traveled to Uganda to help build rainwater harvesting tanks to supply clean water to a community of 10,000 people. Robert Jefferson. Jessica A. Johnson. Jessica A. Johnson is president at Johnson Security Bureau Incorporated in the Bronx, New York. She supervises daily operations, negotiates contracts with clients, ensures regulatory and legal compliance, and maintains relationships with accountants, attorneys, and other professional service providers. Johnson earned a bachelor's degree in industrial engineering from Chicago's Northwestern University and a master's in market research from the University of Georgia. She is a member of Women Impacting Public Policy and in 2011 received a Small Business to Watch Award from the Initiative for a Competitive Inner City. Jessica A. Johnson. Robert L. Johnson, Esquire. Robert L. Johnson, Esquire, is Associate Attorney at Gibbons PC in Newark, New Jersey. At Gibbons, he specializes in mergers and acquisitions, putting to use his knowledge of commercial banks and governmental agencies. Previously, Johnson served as Assistant Counsel to the Office of New Jersey Governor Christopher J. Christie. Johnson graduated from Rice University in Texas with a dual degree in sociology and political science. He pursued his Juris Doctor at the Thurgood Marshall School of Law in Texas and finished his first year in the top 15% of his class. He transferred the following year and in 2007 earned a Juris Doctor from Seton Hall University School of Law in New Jersey. Robert L. Johnson, Esquire. Anthony Key. Anthony Key is Vice President and Director of Integrated Media at Uniworld Group Incorporated in Brooklyn, New York. Key graduated from New York University with a bachelor's degree in marketing and embarked on a career in advertising at major firms, including J. Walter Thompson, Young and Rubicam, and Spike DDB. He joined Uniworld Group, Inc. in 2008. He plans to establish a foundation to promote and fund travel opportunities for urban children who have lost a parent to breast cancer and will call it Tammy's House in honor of his mother who died of the disease. Anthony Key. Kimberly Lyons. Kimberly Lyons is Assistant Vice President and an analyst at Moody's Investor Service in New York City. Lyons serves as lead analyst for several states, including Georgia, Idaho, Minnesota, and North Carolina. She is a founding member of Moody's Multicultural Employee Group, an affinity group that comprises many ethnicities within the company and whose mission is to explore and celebrate the diverse cultures within the organization. Lyons graduated from the University of Albany, State University of New York, with a bachelor's degree in sociology and received a master's in public administration from the University of Albany Rockefeller College of Public Affairs and Policy. She is co-president of Northeast Women in Public Finance, which provides mentoring, career development, educational, and networking opportunities for women in the industry. Kimberly Lyons. Hosanna Marshall. Hosanna Marshall is senior art producer at Saatchi & Saatchi in New York City. In this role with the renowned advertising agency since 2009, Marshall hires the artists and creative talent that execute the agency's advertising campaigns for its clients. It is her responsibility to know artists across the creative spectrum: photography, moving image, illustration, mixed media, and computer-generated imaging, and to match the right talent with the creative concepts and brands. Fluent in Spanish and conversant in Portuguese and French, Marshall studied at the University of Barcelona, Spain, and took French language classes at New York University School of Continuing Education. She earned a bachelor's degree in political science from Brown University. Hosanna Marshall. Janita Missel. Janita Missel is Business Development Director at Lixer Asset Management, Inc. in New York City. The tools Missel acquired at her alma maters have helped her to become a leading expert in her field at major investment banking firms like Goldman Sachs & Company and Morgan Stanley. A NASA internship while in high school prepared Missel for Spelman College, which she attended on a full tuition scholarship from the government agency. 10 years after graduating with a bachelor's degree in chemistry, she enrolled at Harvard Business School. The recipient of a Morgan Stanley Fellowship and a Dean's Award for Leadership, she graduated from Harvard with a Master of Business Administration. Janita Missel. Ambre Brown Morley. Ambre Brown Morley is Director of Product Communications at Novo Nordisk Incorporated in Plainsboro, New Jersey. Brown Morley forfeited a full college scholarship in biology to become a journalist. The Alabama native's decision opened the door to a successful communications career with companies aligned with her academic interest, biology and human health. Morley earned a bachelor's degree in speech communication and theater from Tennessee State University. She joined Novo Nordisk, the world's largest maker of insulin, in 2008, and now leads a team responsible for public relations and management issues for the company's diabetes products. Morley is the recipient of several awards and was named 2011 Brand Marketer of the Year by PR News PR People. Ambre Brown Morley. Mansa Nicol. Mansa Nicol is an agency owner with State Farm in Neptune City, New Jersey. Nicol is a native of Trinidad and Tobago who migrated to Brooklyn, New York at the age of 6. He began his career with the insurance giant in 2001 as a claims processor and moved on to positions in various departments before opening his own State Farm agency in 2008. Nicol uses his agency to help families manage the risks of everyday life while educating them on how to successfully secure their financial future. Nicol holds a bachelor's degree in economics from Stony Brook University and an MBA in corporate finance from Dowling College, and became a chartered financial consultant, CHFC, this year. Mansa Nicol. Enocm Nyada. Enocm Nyada is a partner at Sullivan & Cromwell LLP in New York City. Nyada has worked extensively on corporate and commercial transactions in emerging markets, notably Africa, Latin America, and Asia. As a member of Sullivan and Cromwell's Diversity Committee, she was the pro bono coordinator in the firm's London office and was assigned to that office from 2006 through 2010. Kenyatta received a bachelor's degree from the University of Nairobi, Kenya, and a Master of Law degree from New York University School of Law, following which she was awarded a Rhodes Scholarship that took her to the University of Oxford, England, where she earned a Bachelor of Civil Law degree. Enosi M. Kenyatta. Adrian A Phillips MD. Adrian A Phillips MD is Assistant Professor of Clinical Medicine and Hematology Oncology at the New York Presbyterian Hospital at Columbia University Medical Center in New York City. Phillips is a third-generation physician. Today, Phillips conducts clinical research in leukemia and lymphoma with her patients. Phillips graduated from Brown University with a bachelor's degree in human biology and Latin American studies, and a medical degree with honors. She holds a Master's of Public Health degree from Harvard University. Phillips received the American Society of Hematology Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Harold Amos Medical Faculty Award to research new therapies for adult T-cell leukemia lymphoma. Adrian A. Phillips, MD. Nkrumah Pierre. Nkrumah Pierre is Senior Manager of Business Development with Russell Tobin & Associates LLC in New York City. Pierre serves as the project lead and client liaison at the minority-owned, boutique-style recruiting and staffing firm. Pierre earned his bachelor's degree in economics at Lafayette College, and today he is president of the college's New York City alumni chapter and chairman of McDonough Network, a support group for Black alumni and current Black students of Lafayette. He is also actively involved in several other organizations, including Young Leaders Council, Sponsors for Educational Opportunity, and Harlem Children's Zone. Nkrumah Pierre. Kenyatta A. Reed. Kenyatta A. Reed is founding principal of the Eagle Academy for Young Men of Southeast Queens in Jamaica, New York. Reed began his career as a social studies teacher at his middle school alma mater, Satellite West in Brooklyn, New York. He moved on to become the school's assistant principal and principal of Satellite 3 Academy before assuming his current role. Reed holds a bachelor's degree in history from Hampton University and a master's degree in education administration from Fordham University, and received additional educational training at Yale University. He has been honored as Male Role Model of the Year, Staff Member of the Year, and Master Teacher. Kenyatta A. Reed. Latoya D. Rembert Lang, Esquire. Latoya D. Rembert Lang, Esquire, is General Counsel for the Marketing Research Association in Washington, D.C. Rembert Lang has authored legislation in Louisiana on prohibiting push polls. She also lobbied and monitored legislative activity nationwide as the state legislative director with the Council for Marketing and Opinion Research. A featured speaker and writer on privacy trends and intellectual property issues, she has published more than 25 articles. Rembert Lang received a bachelor's degree in political science, a Master of Laws degree in Intellectual Property and Information Law from American University's Washington College of Law, and a Juris Doctor from the University of Cincinnati. Latoya D. Rembert Lang, Esquire. Tawisha D. Rogers. Tawisha D. Rogers is Vice President of Client Services at Agami Consulting Group Incorporated in New York City. Rogers graduated from William Patterson University with a bachelor's degree in marketing and from Kean University with a master's in public administration, urban studies. Rogers is a member of the Central Jersey chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, serving as a Delta Gems mentor. She is a past communications chair for the New York chapter of the National Association for Multi-Ethnicity and Communications, and developmental chair on the board of Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan New Jersey. Tawisha D. Rogers. Wendy N. Ross. Wendy N. Ross is Marketing Director of Enterprise Growth at American Express in New York City. Ross is passionate about building brands and previously served as a product manager, responsible for driving growth of the American Express prepaid card. Ross earned a bachelor's degree from Morgan State University's Earl G. Graves School of Business and an MBA from the University of Michigan's Stephen M. Ross School of Business. The Cleveland, Ohio native is a volunteer mentor with the Big Brothers Big Sisters of New York City and participates in the activities of her sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Wendy N. Ross. Tiffany Sanders, MD. Tiffany Sanders MD is Medical Director at Malta House of Care Incorporated in Hartford, Connecticut. Dr. Sanders specializes in internal medicine and has dedicated her life to working specifically with the underserved and incarcerated. At Malta House of Care, she oversees a staff and a host of volunteers who provide primary care services for uninsured patients through a mobile clinic that travels throughout the Hartford community. Dr. Sanders received a bachelor's degree in biology from the University of Virginia, a doctorate of medicine from Drexel University School of Medicine, and completed a postdoctoral clinical fellowship in geriatric medicine at the Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. Tiffany Sanders, MD. Luke L. Art Sevier, JD. Luke L. Art Sevier, JD, is the Labor Relations Officer at New York City Health and Hospital Corporation in Bronx, New York. At New York City Health and Hospital Corporation, he is an agent of change for a network of 5 hospital facilities, promoting community advocacy and employee improvement. He is a member of the Board of Directors for Highlighting Success Incorporated, a nonprofit that promotes awareness of global contributions by African Americans through panel discussions and scholarship fundraisers. He also volunteers with the Metropolitan Black Bar Association and is an engaged member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Luke L. Art Sevier, JD. Gregory O. Smiley. Gregory O. Smiley is a regional representative for the New York State Executive Chamber, Governor Andrew Cuomo in New York City. Smiley was born in Jamaica, West Indies, and grew up in the East New York community of Brooklyn, New York. As a regional representative for the office of New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo, he serves as the principal liaison to members of the state legislature, U.S. Congress, partner agencies, associations, councils, and advocacy groups in Kings County, Brooklyn. Smiley received a bachelor's degree in political science and black studies from the City College of New York, and currently is a public service management scholar at the same institution, set to receive a master's in public administration next spring. Gregory O. Smiley. Devon J Snipes. Devon J Snipes is managing consultant for the Global Business Services Division of IBM in New York City. In his current role at IBM since 2010, Snipes leads a team specializing in strategy and change consulting in the energy and utilities industry. He also counsels senior executives in energy technology at some of the nation's preeminent energy firms. Snipes earned a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Morehouse, a bachelor's in chemical engineering from the Georgia Institute of Technology, and a master's in business administration from New York University's Stern School of Business. Devon J Snipes. Donald Dean B. Temple, Esquire. Donald Dean B. Temple, Esquire, is Director, Senior Associate Counsel with the Depository Trust and Clearing Corp. In New York City. In her role, Temple advises on all legal and regulatory matters relating to the clearance and settlement of fixed income securities. Temple received a bachelor's degree with a double major in History and African American Studies from Wesleyan University and a Juris Doctor from Boston College Law School. She is licensed to practice law in New York State and Massachusetts. She is also a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and is associated with Corporate Counsel Women of Color and the Association of Black Women Attorneys. Donald Dean B. Temple, Esquire. Rashib A. Thomas. Rashib A. Thomas is principal at RT Consulting in New York City. Thomas's career achievements are threefold. He is a certified professional in human resources, owns his own professional development consulting firm, and he is a philanthropist, serving as the Eastern Region Vice President for National Urban League Young Professionals. Thomas's firm, RT Consulting, provides career coaching to individuals and fundraising and branding consultation to organizations. Thomas earned a bachelor's degree in communications from the University of Louisiana at Monroe and certification as a professional in human resources through the Human Resources Certification Institute. Rashib A. Thomas. Corinne Leah Vaughn. Corinne Leah Vaughn is Director of Interactive Sales and Marketing at YMF Media LLC, 107.5 WBLS 1190 WLIB in New York City. In her role at New York City's #1 radio station for rhythm and blues music, She is responsible for creating outdoor campaigns to bring awareness to shows such as the Steve Harvey Morning Show and the Yolanda Adams Morning Show. Vaughn received a bachelor's degree from the State University of Oswego College and an MBA in Media Management from Metropolitan College of New York. She is a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and has visited more than 15 countries. Corin Leah Vaughn. Erin Wilson. Erin Wilson is Director for Multicultural Merchandising and Vendor Development at Macy's Incorporated in New York City. She is responsible for the company's millennial, cosmetics, women's shoes, and home merchandise divisions. She co-authored the Workshop at Macy's Vendor Development Program and considers this one of her biggest career achievements. Wilson has a bachelor's degree with honors in marketing and retail management from Syracuse University. She spent a semester at the London College of Fashion in Britain, an experience she describes as empowering. A fitness buff, she goes to the gym, cycles, and takes boxing classes. Erin Wilson. Krishan E. Wright. Krishan E. Wright is Manager of Marketing at Solix Incorporated in Parsippany, New Jersey. Since joining the company in 2009, Wright has had numerous roles. Now a marketing manager, she develops and executes campaigns to position Solix as a leading provider of business outsourcing. She also serves as webmaster for the company's website, solixinc.com. Wright earned a bachelor's degree in English from the State University of New York at Albany and a master's in social work from the same university's School of Social Welfare. Wright is a member of the Black Retail Action Group, through which she mentors young professionals. Krishan E. Wright. Our congratulations to each of the honorees for their hard work, efforts, success, and achievements on behalf of their companies and our community.